Welcome to the Primal Wellness Coaching Nutrition Challenge. Our challenge is going to be 100 days with no sweets whatsoever. That includes no sugar-free keto sweets. What we are going to be doing on this 100-day journey of no sweets is not only experiencing significant physiological benefits of not consuming all of that sugar, but we're also going to experience the mental benefits of retraining our brain to not need sweets whatsoever. So first, let's get into the why. There are a myriad of benefits you'll experience from not consuming sugar itself. Over the course of the 100 days, you can expect to increase your mental sharpness. High consumption of sugar has shown to create chronic inflammation in the brain, which can impact mental acuteness as well as create long-term memory defect. Along those same lines, it's also been shown that decreasing your sugar intake can actually make you happier, believe it or not. When you eat that cookie, when you eat that Snickers bar, you might get that short-term boost of endorphins. It might make you happy for a couple minutes. But believe it or not, consuming sugar over a long period of time on a regular basis can actually create a bit of a downward spiral and increase risk of depression. It goes without saying that decreasing your sugar intake will also decrease your risk of diabetes. It'll improve your likelihood of being able to control your weight. Sugar does negatively affect the part of the brain that controls appetite. When you eat that ice cream, it actually causes your body to make you think that you are hungrier. It also messes with many hormones that regulate weight within your body. Decreasing sugar can also lead to having better skin, stronger immune system, better breath. Sugar feeds the bacteria in your mouth that creates bad breath. And decreasing sugar can actually lead to better sex. It's true. Sugar can negatively impact the libido of both men and women. And amazingly, decreasing your sugar intake may actually give you an opportunity to live longer. Regular consumption of sugar can lead to type 2 diabetes, to obesity, both of which can ultimately lead to heart disease, which can, as we know, shorten your life. So let's talk about the challenge itself. It is going to be 100 days from a date of your choosing. If you're kicking it off with us this time around, we are starting this coming Monday, the 20th. It will conclude on the very last day of May, which means you can go have a celebratory donut on June the 1st, but please don't. So during the 100 days, what can and what can't you eat? So let's talk about that. The obvious is no sweets. Anything that you would define as a sweet, don't eat it. No cake, no cupcakes, no donuts, no muffins, no pastries, no candy, no soda, no ice cream. If you can find it in a candy shop, in a bakery, don't eat it. Now let's get into some of the gray area. So if you go to the grocery store and you look at food labels, most things that have more than a couple ingredients have added sugar. The idea with this challenge is to reduce sugar drastically, and for that you want to be mindful of your added sugar. When possible, just don't do it. All right, if you're going grocery shopping, look at that label on the back. Look for the ingredient that says sugar. If it's on there, don't buy it. Buy an alternative that does not have sugar on it. If you haven't looked at this before, you're going to be shocked to discover how many regular food items like bread and snacks and sauces all have sugar in them, and that's why you want more and more and more when you eat it. So what sugar can you eat? Well, natural sugar. For the sake of this challenge, we're going to make allowances for 2 very specific types of natural sugar. 1 serving of fruit per day. For a little bit of context, fruit is a sugary food item, right? It's very, very high in fructose, which is a sugar. For example, 1 apple has about 7 grams of fructose, a banana about the same, an orange about 6 grams. So we still want to have some glucose in the blood for energy, unless you're going full keto, in which case cut out the fruit. If you're not, have that piece of fruit. You're going to need it for your energy. 1 exception to the fruit rule is avocado. Avocado only has 0.2 approximately grams of fructose in 1 avocado, so that doesn't count towards your 1 serving per day of fruit. So you can have your apple and your avocado. The second exception to the sugar rule is going to be very specifically raw honey. Raw honey is amazing. Yes, it is high in sugar. You get 16 grams of sugar in 1 tablespoon of raw honey. That said, you also get live enzymes, you get antioxidants, you get vitamins, you get minerals. Raw honey is good stuff. So the allowance also includes 1 tablespoon of raw honey per day. So if you cannot fathom drinking your coffee unsweetened, put a little bit of raw honey in there and it'll make you feel better. I'm not saying you have to have a tablespoon of raw honey per day, but if there's something where you're just feeling like you really need it to be sweetened, then raw honey is a great way to go. So every day you get 1 serving of fruit, 1 tablespoon of raw honey. Other than that, 100 days, no sugar, no sweets. Not gonna lie, if you're used to eating sugar every day or multiple times a week, this is going to be hard. Make sure you have a support system in place, okay? You know what? You can reach out to me. You can find me on social media. You can DM me. I'll tell you you're doing great. Keep it up. I'll give you tips if you need tips. Do it with a friend. That's always much, much easier. As I kick this off for the first time and I'm going to do it, my wife is joining me. Several friends are joining me. Several people I have reached out to are joining me. It's going to make it so much easier to do it with the group. Every time I feel like I really need that sugary item, I'll talk to someone that's doing it with me and they'll say, no, you can't do that because none of us are doing it. Stick with us. So I hope you stick with us as well. 100 days of no sweets begins very, very soon. Let's go.